Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers. Well, we're here in Jackson Hole with our Piper PA-34 Seneca 5. And we're going to be taking a trip. It's not all that long. It's to Grand Junction. I wanted to go to Salt Lake, but it was way too short. So I thought, let's go to Vegas. It's way too far. Not way too far, but too far because we just can't carry enough fuel. So we had to pick another place, so I went with Grand Junction. It's not all that far, though. I was trying to buy a plane. I put in the PC-12, and I brought it up, and everything was 100%. 197%, actually. And so they were way too expensive. So then I restarted FSX to see what they come up then, and they all came up 100%. And we've got like 1.4 million, and all those were like 2.5 million. So it was absolutely ridiculous. When I tried it before, they would come up, like 60%, 40%, I think, even. And we could afford those, but they all came up 100%, so we can't afford them yet. So I'll have to start it up later, maybe after this flight or something, and see how much it'll cost. But we basically got screwed. Alright, we got our 5 passengers. Oops. Okay. We can actually probably go a little bit less now. I'll keep it at 50 just in case. I don't want to get dinged, but I think we should be fine on fuel. Because like I say, it's not all that far. We've been flying a lot further than that. Okay, we'll set the type to a normal flight. And set our destination. KGJT.
Destination set.
Alright, so go ahead and load it. Make sure we got our 5 people.
Check handset APU. Check thrust lever. Check flaps up.
Alright. That'll work. Close that down. We'll move this over to the side. Get your seatbelts on. Did I do that like real-time load or something? Why are they... They're already scared. Oh, because it's raining? That's ridiculous. So I'm not going to get 100% because it's raining? That's ridiculous. That's a bunch of BS, man. I'm going to open up the cowlings. It's raining. It doesn't seem windy or anything. Can't believe we're gonna lose money, or, well, I guess points because of that. It's not under my control. All right. Turn on the battery. Our nav light, alternator, fuel pump, mags. Get her started up. All right. Shut off that fuel pump. And the right side, alternator, fuel pump, mags. Start her up. Alright. Cut off that fuel pump. Alright, windshield heat, pitot heat. Turn on the nav. Or the radio, I should say. Alright, as you can see here, we're going to be heading south. They're probably going to say it's IFR, huh?
Victor Foxtrot 200 with whiskey. Request taxi for takeoff. South departure. Victor Foxtrot 200.
Oh, good. I've been flying around the world and it keeps on putting everything IFR lately. Last couple it didn't, I guess.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 1 via taxiway Charlie Alpha 1.
Alright, let's see how far it is. Like I said, it's not... Well, it is 287 miles? I was thinking it was a lot shorter than that, like 100 and some, like 180, 190 was a lot further than I thought. That's kind of nice. I try to get around 350 miles or so. Alright, we'll turn on the taxi light. Alright, we need taxi out to the right. I don't know why I just put out the flaps, but alright. This thing was hitting another button. Alright. Let's taxi on over here. Leave Jackson Hole. I mean, I love this airport, though. Come on, plane. There we go. Oh, Salt Lake. See, that's where I wanted to go, but it was too daggone short.
Flight level 180. Departure frequency is 133.25. Squawk 0571. Delta 1351. Clear to Salt Lake Airport.
I was looking at Salt Lake, and I was kind of surprised. Is this the freaking runway? I didn't realize that we were that close.
1351. Read back correct. Contact ground on 124.55.
Wait on them to get done hollering. Alright. Hit up the tower. Request clearance.
Tower, Victor Foxtrot 200 at runway 1. Ready for takeoff. Departure.
I've got that staticky in my sound again.
200 cleared for takeoff. Runway 1 south departure.
Alright, I'll put out 2 notches of flaps. Acknowledge that.
Runway 1. Victor Foxtrot
Landing lights,
200.
strobe lights. You can hear that plane behind us. Delta. I was kind of surprised. Salt Lake, I was just looking at since I was thinking about going there. And Salt Lake, man, they even have international flights to like Paris and Amsterdam. I was like, from Salt Lake City? That was crazy. Alright, here we are. Rolling takeoff. Alright, let's get out of here. Get on to Grand Junction. I can't believe that the passengers are scared because of some rain. And that I'm getting screwed, that we're going to lose money because of that. Or points, actually. So it's not as bad, but I mean, I like to be around 100%. I can't control the weather. Alright, let's go ahead and get up in the air. I just wanted to get a lot of speed because of the weather. Positive rate, gears coming up. Tracked 1 notch of flaps. I'm gonna move this range down. 50. Desired track 146. I forgot to do the heading of the runway, but we were basically pointed at it. I don't know why I've got that stacked in my headphones. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Alright, flaps are fully retracted. Turn to the right. Beautiful airport and beautiful scenery for Jackson Hole.
Junction Tower, Delta 1351. Ready for IFR departure. Runway 1. Delta 1351. Cleared for takeoff. Runway
Autopilot, yaw damper. Here, the heading,
Runway 1. Delta
vertical
1351.
speed. Oh no, let's not do that. Should have looked over there.
Victor Foxtrot 200. You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
That was almost a disaster. That was that freaking hill that we had problems with coming in. Alright, we're above it now. Beyond it. Alright, autopilot. There we go. Coming at 1,000 feet a minute. Need to thin out the mixture a little bit. We're already up around 8,100 feet. See if we can see that guy taking off. That's what I wanted to see. I don't think he's taken off just yet. I'm just gonna fly right back by it. I like to see him take off. Look at the scenery until he does. I love this scenery, man. The Central Rocky Mountains from Orbex. The Jackson Hole by Orbex is awesome scenery. I'm glad we came here. I don't even see his flashing lights on the runway. You think we can at least see that. strobe or something. We're gonna go up to about 18,000 feet. That's the plan anyway. Let's, we need to close the cowlings. Oh hell, he's already up in the air. I can't see it because of the clouds. Coming up on 10,000. Know we need to get up fairly quick. We've got more mountains ahead of us. Alright. Landing lights are off. Like I said, we're going to go up to 18,000. Go to the right just a bit, get us back on course. I really wish those people wouldn't be freaking scared. Though I'm not sure that we can recover from our 91%. I don't know that we can get up back to 100. Because they eventually alleviate themselves and it comes back, but I don't think it comes back to 100%. I don't know about... We're going to be at 18,000 feet. We may need to go higher. It's going to depend on the clouds. We can go a little bit higher. I think this plane is rated for 22 or 24,000 feet, something like that. I would rather be above the clouds than below it. You can see the wind kicking us around. You can see the wind direction. It doesn't say that it's a very heavy wind. Actually, it doesn't even list it, does it? It does. It says 1 knot. It wasn't 1 knot that pushed us around like that, I can tell you that. Alright, but we're well on our way to Grand Junction. So I'll go ahead and speed it up and be back in just a bit. Alright, everybody, I'm back. We're about 28 miles out. We need to hit up ATC. Then on normal, so we can talk to him. There we go, Walker. KGJT. Up the tower. Full stop landing.
Junction Tower, Victor Foxtrot 200 is 27 miles north with Kilo to land. Victor Foxtrot 200, Grand Junction Tower, make a straight in, runway 11, altimeter 3021.
Alright, acknowledge that.
Fly straight in,
Runway 11.
Victor Foxtrot.
So I'm actually going to go out to the right just a little bit. Alright, we're about 26 miles out. I was descending quicker for a little while, but then we slowed down. Getting close to 10,000 feet. Let's check the map real quick, see if we got anything for 11. Alright, 110.3. I'll pull back on the throttle just a little bit. Set this up 110.3. Alright, there we go, 110.3. Let's get this one as well.
Descending below 10,000.
Oh god. Hopefully they don't ding me for that. Didn't miss it by too much. I'm not sure how much leeway they give you on that. Alright, 110.3. Alright, so that's set up. That's going to be us right there, I guess. So we do need to get over. We also need to get... Well, let's check the elevation, actually. I should have done that when I was at the map, because it's not like it's going to be it. Alright, so 48.23. Alright. So I'd like to be more around 7,800 right there. It's not too bad. Could actually be sending a little fast. I need to get over to here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit, at least 2x. We're only about 20 miles out. Actually above the glide slope. Or sorry, the glide slope is above us. Well, I don't want to slow down too much. Let's look at our fuel down here. We got plenty of fuel. That's what I figured. I didn't think we would take that much. But I just put it in that much to keep us from getting dinged for anything. I want to come out a little further so we can head straight in. We can pull up a little bit. We don't need to descend that quickly. I don't want to be too low when we get in there. If we could defend at 200 feet a second, that would be better. Alright. Go out to the right just a little bit more. On there. It's gonna do it for me. I hate that. There we go. We'll might even just level out. I can't get the autopilot to work on the descent. Hardly ever. So some of the times I don't even try it anymore. It's really frustrating. Alright, the glide slope is now coming down on us. Nice. See if I can't quite see it. It's actually going up now. Alright, let's slow this down. So we're about to make our turn. Oh, by the way, went back up to 98% when they were done being wusses about everything. Alright, so the heading of the airport was 112, or the runway I should say. So I'll put that to 112. Should be able to get the nav on there now. Alright, there it goes. It's got it. Can almost get to the approach as well. Right there, she started descending real quick. The approach. Oh, now see you go way up. So it's got the glide slope, I do believe. What that might, I'm not sure. I'm not really quite honestly too sure about that thing. There's our runway, I should say. There's our airport. Well, it is the airport, I guess. All right, so we need to descend a little bit quicker. Having a little problem. I'm gonna have to deal with that annoyance because I won't be able to get even the gear out at this point. Alright, the gear are coming out. Not sure if I can get the flaps out. That gear will give us some drag, which is what we need. I thought once the gear came out, the thing would go away, but apparently not, as you can tell. I'm going to test that. We got one notch of flaps out. Two notches of flaps are out. Alright. Alright, 3 notches of flaps. Now see, is it descending 700 feet because that's what I set it to do it? It's gone back to 5 now to put us right back on the glide slope. Now see, it's back down to 7, but is that because I said 7? What if I go to 6? Will it pull up? If I say 5. So it did go back to 6 and said that glide slope is below us. Or well below the glide slope. Alright. With that, let's go ahead and get rid of the autopilot and yaw damper. Speed up just a little bit. I'm afraid of getting too low. We're already below the glide slope, so we're going to pull it up a little bit. Alright, there we're on it. And we'll come down a little bit. Seems like we're just barely moving. We're only doing 97, 98 knots. Alright. Just slow down a little bit now. We're just above the glide slope, which I like being above it a little bit rather than below it. Also makes it easier to keep a track. When we get too low, you just can't see out the damn thing to see the runway. I'm about to get too low. Alright. Just slow her down and get down. Sometimes I have the habit with this plane getting down too quick too. very front of the runway. Come on down. We float a little bit. We were going a little quick. We're not going to make that taxiway. Squirrely. That's alright, because we're probably going to have to park down here anyway. Man, she's getting all over the place. There we go. Get a handle on her now.
Victor Foxtrot 200, exit runway windshield.
Alright. Here we are. We're in Grand Junction, Colorado. Come on.
Victor Foxtrot 200,
There we go.
contact ground on 121.7.
Should be able to park like right over here.
Going
So I'm alright. Landing lights off, strobe off. I never turned the taxi light off. What the heck? It's like this flight, especially at the beginning, I was really odd. I was not doing very well. Track the flaps. It was like I was in a hurry. I don't know what was going on. But it did not feel smooth from the beginning. We even had our freaking passengers scared, which we couldn't do anything about it. Did I say passengers? Turn on progressive taxi. Are we? Yeah, probably just over there. Sweet. I want to check and see if there is a airport in Keystone, Colorado, in that area. I took my senior year in high school. I remember I got a week off with my dad from school. He had a conference out there, and he took me with me. It was awesome because I got to miss like a week of school. Just to go skiing for a week out in Colorado was sick. Well, we flew into Denver, and then I remember you had to take like a van ride out to Keystone. I'm not sure if there's an airport out there or not. But if there is, I would love to fly over by it. Or to it. Because I don't know if there's any airports. Because like I said, we landed in Denver. But that's because, you know, you're not going to get a direct flight from like Cincinnati to a little airport like that. But it was quite awesome. I love skiing, and to go out to Colorado for a week and to miss a week of school just to go skiing, it was like pretty badass, I gotta say. I loved it. And my dad, it was a doctor, so I got a doctor's excuse for the whole week too, so they couldn't do anything about it. Parking brake is on. Get rid of that yoke. I remember my football coach, when I came back, he was also one of our teachers, he said, he came back and he showed me that doctor's note. He's like, you can't do that, you weren't sick. And I said on the doctor's note, it doesn't say I was sick, it just said to excuse me from school. He's like, well, that's true. Not that he would have done anything anyway. He was cool. Alright. These fuel selectors. Open the door. That's not what I wanted. I need to get this battery off. Run down the battery. I know this is. Oh, this was a weird flight. Seemed rushed or something, like, especially at the beginning. And the way I'm turning this off is probably horrible. The sequence I just went in was not correct at all. G21, they're out. Alright. Let's go ahead and end this flight.
Congratulations!
Yeah, I'm a first officer, yet I can't get out of the Piper. I'm a first officer, still flying a Piper because we can't get out of it. Alright, 286 nautical miles. Time airborne, hour 43 minutes. Flight time, hour 47:57. Time on the ground, just shy of 8 minutes. Average speed, 166 knots. Climb time, 14 minutes, 12 seconds. Cruise time, hour 54 seconds. Average cruise speed, 181 knots. Descent time, 28 minutes. Landing speed, 80.95. Landing touchdown was 82.3 feet a minute. KISS. Landing pitch, 3.72. Landing weight, 4512. Used 237 pounds of fuel. Climb fuel used 53. Cruise fuel used 131. It's 129 pounds an hour. Used 52 pounds on the descent. 98%. That. Alright. I was like, there's more. I guess it's down here. Ticket income $13.26. Cargo $25. Used 169 fuel. 2 airport taxes, 58 insurance. Give us 1122 times 50 is 56,100. That's a pretty good amount. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so they thought we should be 98% swing increase 0.09 to 97.1. 230 points. Yes, we only missed the 52. Very smooth landing, 50. Good flight, no problems, 100. Landed good, airport, 30. Very bad weather conditions during takeoff with a safe landing. Oh, sweet. Thank you for that. 50 for the beacon. But we always get that. I wish there was a better way to like select aircraft. So, like an air hauler. Like I can't do it because I'd have to load it up another aircraft and show you. Actually, I'll go ahead and I can actually edit that out. So let me edit. I'll do my landing and be right back, and we'll see if we can buy a plane. I'm betting probably can't, but we'll check it out. Alright everybody, this is the PC-12 that I want. I can't show you the outside, I don't think. I'll try. You can see how awesome inside is awesome. Alright, so you can see the outside. I just don't have any cameras set up, so I probably won't be able to get back in it. I love the look of it though. But if you go up here and to our company manager, you see if we sold it, we'd have a little over what, 1.5 or something. You see, buy the plane. See, this was 100%. And it's 97 and 2 100s. I don't get it because when I was checking earlier, last week or whatever, I could get them down in like the 40s and 50s and 60s, stuff like that. But now it's like every one is just too daggone good. And it is an extra $1 million, which would take like 15 flights, maybe even more to get that. You all don't want to see 15 more flights in that Seneca, probably. I don't really want to do 50 more flights in Seneca, especially if people don't want to see them. So I'll keep checking though and see if I can't eventually get one a crappier version, which doesn't bother me at all. But I'm sure we can do a much longer flight and carry more passengers with a plane like this. So it would be really helpful and it'd be more fun to fly. Yeah, see, I can't get back inside it. I don't have my camera views unless I let it. No, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, and I just did it again. Texture freak out. All right, well, that's odd. Get out of here. You gotta set up EZDok to be able to go back and forth and everything like that. All right, but that's gonna be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next flight.